Hello, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me today, where I'm going to be talking about summer watches, because summer is now fast approaching. So I'm going to be selecting a few watches at a few different price points that I think would look absolutely marvelous in the summer weather. May I quickly say, if you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so, because it is really helping the channel with all your new subscriptions. And if you all subscribed right now, we could hit 1,000 subscribers. So please do so. I'm really close now. Thank you ever so much. Let's go on to the video. So starting off, we have the Gshocks. We gotta have a Gshock in the collection. This is £99 and it's called the Beach Nostalgia. It's part of the surfing line that Gshock has. And it's actually quite a small watch, but a beautiful one at that. It's a Tiffany blue case and strap with a sort of like sandy sort of coloured dial, and I think it looks absolutely fantastic and really embodies that summery feel, because summery feel colour wise for me is all about the blues, the greens, the yellows, and I think this really does embody that. It's also 200 meters water capable, so it's very capable of going to the beach, going into the sea and having a great time. Now unfortunately there's no specifications for it as far as dimensions, but I'm going to take a little bit of a guess and say it's exactly the same as the Gshock Women's 5600 series, because they look identical, they weigh the exact same, and I therefore think it's going to be the exact same dimensions. So that one is allegedly 45 by 40.5 by 11.9. So yeah, I think that's the lug to lug here, 45.7. Case diameter of 40 millimeters, but I normally they wear a bit smaller than that, and 11.9 millimeters. But if it is a woman's watch you want to have, or if you're a guy with a smaller wrist, then definitely go for this watch. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I am very tempted for this. I just love the look of it, to be honest. I think I may go for the white version though, just because it's a bit more universal. But I am very tempted also because that Tiffany blue looks fantastic. So up next we have a bit more of a pricey watch. We have this $429 Islander watch, the NorthPort. Now I really like this range because of how colourful and vibrant those dials are, and the matching bezel looks absolutely fantastic. Now this is the Seafoam green, which is incredibly popular and unfortunately is out of stock, so that's quite annoying, but I have got a substitute instead. So we have the same model, but this is the turquoise ripple instead, slightly more vivid, like blues, sort of deeper ocean. This NorthPort Seafoam looked like it could be on the shore, whereas the ripple is more like deep ocean. Either way, they both look fantastic and they could be both really summery watches. So the turquoise is available for purchase, whereas the Seafoam you may have to wait a bit longer or find it somewhere else, or maybe second hand. They're both 200 meter water capable, so feel free to jump into the sea, jump into the swimming pool and just have a great time, because these do look absolutely marvellous. So I did want to include a women's watch as well, and I guess the Gshock at the start sort of is as well, because it's a smaller size. Either gender could wear it, so it's really up to you, and any watch can be worn by anyone really. There's no designated gender roles, so feel free to wear what you want. But I did want to include the Sea Nymph because I thought it was a really cool watch. However, it's actually unfortunately unavailable to anyone that's not in the US. For some reason right now they only have stock in their US warehouses, so it's quite annoying. But this is a 200 meter capable watch. It has a really cool dial, really beautiful dial at that, and a really cool case back actually, with someone going down and just exploring the coral reef. I really like this watch, and yeah, I think it's a fantastic looking watch. It's a bit of a pity though that it's out of stock unless you're in the US, so maybe you'll be able to find that on eBay or somewhere else, but really cool watch nonetheless. Up next is quite an interesting watch. This is a perfectly useless afternoon. Now this is an interesting watch because the way it displays time is not too conventional. You actually tell the time using the rubber ducky as well as the man's leg, I believe. Now this is an interesting watch though because of how cool it looks, and it's definitely one of those that's going to raise a few questions if you go out with it. You know, why does your watch look like that? Why has it got such a weird way of telling the time? It's definitely a bit of a conversation starter. It has got the least actually amount of water resistance out of any of the watches, being only 50 meters, so really don't want to go into the sea with it, don't want to go too deep. You can have a shower, maybe a light dip, but not really much else. It's not amazing for that, but it is a cool looking watch. It's about £200 and unfortunately is not available as well at most retailers. I'm sure you'll be able to find this some other place, but I can't seem to find it right now for sale on Mr. Jones Watches, which is where I'm finding these images. But yeah, maybe you can find it somewhere else. Pretty cool watch though. Now last but not least, I wanted to include a really expensive top tier watch as well into this list. So we have a Omega Seamaster Aqua Terra in blue. Now I've gone for 38mm just simply because I own this watch, so I can show some nice b-roll of this watch. But yeah, you could go for the 41 if you wanted, or you go for a different dial colour entirely, but I think the blue is definitely the most summery sort of feeling watch. And it's got 150 meters water resistance, so it's definitely capable of going into the sea. A beautiful exhibition display case back, and just a fantastic looking watch, something I feel really does embody that summery feel, and I will definitely be wearing this on the beach in the summer. So that's going to be all for today's video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed making it actually, even though it's a different format and a video that was quite short really. I've actually really enjoyed making it anyway. Let me know what you're going to do. Are you going to buy one of these watches? Have you already got a summer watch? And if so, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what summer watches I've missed out. But until this video, goodbye.